Germany to give visa to Duldung statute holders. Welcome to Tochi's channel. If it is your first time and you like what I do here, please, after watching this video, I want you to subscribe, put on your notification bell. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload video. Here, I talk about life in Germany. I give information to those who want to know more about Germany, either to come here to work, to study, or to do business. And this is a very important and informative video. I want you to watch it to the end, share it to many people that you know that is holding Duldung status in Deutschland. The new government of Germany will allow thousands of asylum seekers and immigrants to settle permanently in the country. On 24 December, the three coalition parties SPD, FPD, and Green signed a 178 pages agreement which will be implemented in the country once they take charge. Key points of the new plan for the immigrants who do not hold an Aufenthaltserlaubnis are as follows. Visa Aufenthaltserlaubnis. After 3 years of stay in Germany till 27 years of age, asylum seekers. 2. Visa Aufenthaltserlaubnis for those living in Germany for 5 years. More case and realization for those applying for Beschäftigung Duldung. Though the upcoming government have signed and planned the new agreement between them, it still would have to be passed by the parliament too. The whole process will take surely a while to be implemented. New rules have also been announced for family reunification and citizenship, which could be read. The key point for those immigration sections state as under: we want to shape a new beginning in immigration and integration policy that does justice to a modern immigration country. The coalition agreement read: we will reduce irregular immigration and enable more regular means of immigration. Young people who have integrated well and are aged a maximum of 27 or less can get the visa. This means well-integrated young people should be given the opportunity to remain in Germany after 3 years of residence and up to the age of 27. Section 25A of the Residence Act. The government will recognize special integration achievement by tolerant person by granting families a right to stay after 6 or 4 years. Section 25B of the Residence Act. Now, you people have heard it. I made a video before. It seems some people are, not believing the video. You heard it clearly now. That is why I am reading it. I don't want to be explaining. They said people who are well integrated. What do they mean by well integrated? People who have lived here for 3 or 5 or 6 years, and people who have learned German. That is what they mean by integrating. So if you are in a draw, if you are still holding Duldung and you have not learned German up to B1, I beg you to go and do that. I'm bringing out my time to do all this video. Your own is to, implement it. Go and learn German. It is very, very important. Let me continue. People who have been living in Germany for 5 years till January 1st, 2022 will also be able to get a 1-year resident permit on probation. The requirements are that they have not committed a criminal offense and are committed to the free democratic basic order. The legal status will help them meet the other requirements for a right to stay during this time, in particular livelihood security and proof of identity according to 25A and B Offentung. So what it's saying now, anyone I read, I will explain the way I understand. It said that the person, they will give you 1-year resident permit under probation. You know what it means, just to try you. And for people who will be given this are people who have not committed any offense, people who have not involved in any criminality or all those that, and people who can support themselves. That is, you must be working. The upcoming government want to give tolerated person in training and their companies and legal security through a resident permit. That is Section 60A It also undermines employment tolerance and make requirements realistic and more practical. According to the statement in the plan, we are abolishing the Duldung light. If those who are tolerated do not help to clarify their identity, the period of tolerance does not constitute a right to stay counted. We will expand the clarification of the identity of a foreigner to include the possibility of taking an oath in lieu of an affirmation, and will create a legal regulation of this in immigration law. Work rights will be for all. According to the agreement, the coalition parties say we are abolishing work bans for people already living in Germany. An ongoing asylum procedure does not procure an existing entitlement to a resident permit, provided that the requirements for the resident permit were already met at the time of entry. We want a more precise regulation for victims of domestic violence or violence in partnership, and who only have a derived right of resident permit. According to the agreement, asylum proceedings must be fair, swift, and legally secure. We want to relieve the federal government for immigration and refugees (BAM) for faster proceeding. That is why the revocation check. In the future, we will be carried out an advanced basic. We will also ensure that administration can't relief of high quality decision by the BAM. We want faster decision in asylum processes, as well as a standardization of case law, and we quickly submit a draft law. We are also introducing nationwide asylum proceeding advice that is independent of the authority in order to meet with informed applicants to speed up proceeding. We want to identify vulnerable groups from the start and give them special support. The federal government is not pushing the concept of the centers. So you people have heard it. I think this should be a good news for people in asylum or people who have Duldung, because they have given you opportunity. The first one, they say they will give you a resident permit for 1 year under probation. And what does that mean? They will be watching you until 1 year. If you live very well, if you do not involve in any problem, if you do not make any case, if you are able to sustain yourself, that is why they say livelihood. If you can provide for yourself, such as working, paying your tax, supporting yourself, paying for your health insurance, paying for your house rent, so they will give you more resident permit. But if you keep on, and you must be well integrated. If you find this video useful, please subscribe, share, leave your comment, and tell us what you think in the comment section. Remain blessed until we meet again in my next video. Please share.